Here at the QCCA Expo Center in Rock Island, Illinois for the 32nd annual motorcycle swap meet for the Harley enthusiast, a parts grill promotion event. Well, as you can see by the line, people are already lining up here. They've been in line for quite a while. We appreciate y'all being out here this morning. Thank you so much. So we're going to go inside and check out what we've got going on. There's tons of vendors. There's some new stuff, lots of old parts. There's some artists that are in there, jewelry. This is, like I said, the 32nd annual event. It started out with J&P Cycles doing these years ago, and now Kim and Joe own it, and we'll be talking to them later at the end of the show. So come on inside, and we'll see you there. We're going to be having a lot of stuff to look at here. There is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different types of items here. It's early. Doors have just now opened. So we're going to go around and talk to some of the vendors that are here and maybe some of the guests that are actually here. So once again, my name is Pipes, but first I've got a couple announcements that we're going to be doing. So if you'll bear with me, we'll take care of those. All right, here we are. We're going to start walking down. We're going to go talk to a fellow that is one of the premier photographers in the motorcycling industry. I've known Nate for quite a few years, and here he is, matter of fact, talking about him. This is Nate Ulrich. Nate, it's good to see you. Thank you so much. You're excited to be here because I saw your post on Facebook. You've been helping promote the show, and you're going to be doing a bunch of other stuff. Can you give us a quick little rundown of what you do?
Photography, motorcycles, babes. Pretty much sums it up.
And you've got a calendar that you started doing, your first calendar, and you've did a great job with it. He has done shots for major motorcycling magazines, and I understand that you're working on some rally girls or something, from what I understand. So you've got lots of good stuff. Black and white, it's full art. I like the Pabst Blue Ribbon, the black and white and the color there. And you've been shooting for how long?
20 years.
20 years?
Yep. Done work for various magazines for a number of years.
All right, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, like I said, folks, we appreciate your understanding that this is totally raw, unscripted. It happens as it happens. So we're not going to be editing much of the glips and glops out of it because you want to see what really happens to something. So here we go. Hi, guys. We're going to go talk to a fellow here. I've seen this gentleman at several events that I've hosted throughout the years, and they do some good work. So we're going to talk to Blackjack Leathers. How you doing? And your name is?
Dan with Blackjack Leather.
Yes, I knew that, but I just wanted you to work on that. Dan, how long have you been vending?
About 16 years.
16 years, and you go to a couple dozen shows a year? 40 shows a year he does. That's a lot of work because, as you see, it all has to get set up, and then it all has to get torn down. Ladies having fun checking out some of the fun stickers that you can get. As you can see, there is just tons and tons of pieces and parts here. So we're going to walk through the crowd here, and here's somebody else I recognize. This is one of your more hardcore parts vendors, for lack of a better word. How you doing, man? It's good seeing you again. Can you tell me your name and tell me how long you've been vending?
Dave Hollingsworth, and I've been doing this as a hobby for almost 25 years.
As a hobby, that's right, because if it was work, you wouldn't enjoy it, and you enjoy doing this, right? You live for this stuff, don't you?
Yeah, most of the time, yeah, we do.
All right, well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you being part of the show today. Yes, I tell you, you could almost build a bike, a complete bike, from the pieces and parts you find here. I mean, look at all the chrome, new stuff that's old, but it's still brand new. This is all one shop, sir? How many pieces do you think you have? Individual, 10,000? Yeah, maybe. And how long have you been vending? Several years? Okay. The young man never tells his secrets. All right. I know that the folks from the National Motorcycle Museum based in Anamosa are here. We're going to go talk to them also. Here's my friends from one of the local abate chapters. Kenny, how you doing? I don't remember your name, darling.
Dot Richards.
Dot. All right, these guys are, it's a educational organization above all to, and also to protect our rights. And so the people can make choices. They do lots of stuff. They do a drawing for a motorcycle. They got an iTouch pad is 5th place, folks. An iPad is 3rd. So they're going to be having a couple of good events coming up, all fundraising, working on protecting our political rights, freedom of choice, and raising motorcycle awareness and safety. So these are the folks with the Abate of Iowa, and it's the what chapter? District 15, not just a chapter, the whole district. There's another gentleman that I've known for a while. Good. How you doing? Can you tell us your name and how long you've been vending?
My name is Brent Weiss. I've been vending for 20 years.
And it's a hobby, right? Or is it your job? All right, it's both and you can work. And you make this stuff, don't you? Yes, and you do. He's got a little bit of everything. He's got football stuff, all these great. And you know it's got to be good in business and be doing this time and time again at the same events over and over and over again. Ah. Trick knots. Thank you, buddy. So we're going to, let's see. There's the folks from the museum. And as you can see, the Motorcycle Museum is going to be doing a raffle for a 2012 Indian Classic there. And they just recently, well, about a year and a half ago, moved into a new location up in Anamosa. And it is an art gallery for motorcycles. It's absolutely fabulous. You really need to check them out. The National Motorcycle Museum, Anamosa, Iowa. So we're going to talk to a couple of the folks. Who's got the biggest mouth here? All right, can you just tell me your name and what you do with the museum?
Joe Crock, I'm the accountant.
The accountant, and you are?
Colin Dorman, part-time, whatever.
Part-time, whatever. You do a lot more than whatever. I know that. You guys moved into a new building about a year and a half ago, was it? It's spectacular. The previous building was a hodgepodge. It was charming and quaint, but now you've got an actual museum. It's an art gallery. It's beautiful. You guys are always changing up exhibitions. Do you have something new coming up that you're going to be doing?
First weekend in July, we'll have our vintage rally, and we'll open up our new main exhibit, which will be a drag racing exhibit.
Drag racing. That'll be good. That'll be good. I can't wait to see it. Thanks for your time, guys. It's the National Motorcycle Museum in Anamosa, Iowa. Be sure to check them out. So we've got clothing vendors, brand new clothing. You get a little bit of everything at one of these events. And speaking of events, we'll go talk to the folks from Conesville. They do an event there. Been doing it for several years. It's quite the adult party. Alrighty, we're going to go and talk to Possum. That is the guy that puts together one of the best adult parties you'll ever go to. Excuse me, Possum? How you doing? How long have you been doing Conesville?
25 years.
25 years. You started out when you were in diapers, obviously.
Not quite diapers, but I'll probably end up in Depends for sure.
So you do the two events during the year.
Yes, our spring event's coming up, Memorial Weekend, and of course our big one's Labor Day weekend.
And you're also going to be doing something else in the middle of the summer, Cones Stock.
Yeah, we're pretty psyched about it. It's going to be back to the old hippie days. Not that I don't want bikers to show up, but it's going to be like just a music festival. It'll be music for all ages. Going to have some old Leonard Skinner and a lot of old Hank Williams, a little mix of everything.
Well, that sounds like a good time. I look forward to being down there for it. And you've done a lot of improvements to the ground. You've got an actual racetrack that's there.
8-mile outlaw drag strip, and we got all kinds of entertainment, mostly adult entertainment, but it's all good. And with the help of you Pipes helping me promote it through the years, it's been growing and growing. So,
well, good. I appreciate the kind words. I will see you later, and we'll talk some more. I appreciate your support. And we've got one more bait chapter that's here. Good morning, gentlemen. Who's got the biggest mouth? I love it. Everybody does the same thing. All right. Can you tell me your name and how long you've been involved with the bait?
My name's Clark Jenkins. I've been with the bait for about 3 years. Yeah.
And you are?
Joe Miller. I've been with the bait for about 8 months.
8 months. So you guys are getting active and being supportive and understanding the whole issue of what a bait's all about. Great, because that's what we need is young folks like you. Not that you're not that young, but you're not that old either. I almost was going to believe it. I was almost going to believe it, 22. So you guys got some good stuff going on. And again, it's all about educating people about safety and their rights. And you do a lot of stuff with the legislation, too, as far as helmet laws, motorcycles protection.
Motorcyclist rights is what we are. We're a motorcyclist rights organization. We make sure that whatever they're trying to legislate is what the motorcyclists would like, not necessarily what they like that don't ride. And that's just all we want is to let the motorcyclists decide. That's it. You know, if you don't want to wear a helmet, fine. If you want to wear a helmet, fine. But not.
Back to the freedom of choice and being able to be responsible for our own actions. Perfectly. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. See, you got the Free Riders Press there. So we have a lady that's sewing, doing repairs and patches. As you see, the whole gamut is just, here it is. A real, honest, good parts meet. I mean, you see these are real people, real parts, good stuff. And if you notice, everybody's having a good time. People are polite and nice and respectful. That's what motorcyclists are about. They want to live their life and be left alone like anybody else does in America. So we're going to take a quick break. I got some more announcements to make, and we'll be back right here at the 32nd Annual Parts Girls Promotion Motorcycle Swap Meet for the Harley Enthusiast, QCCA Expo Center, Rock Island, Illinois. Welcome back. I appreciate you spending some time with me today. Like I told you, here's your frame. You can build an entire motorcycle from the pieces and parts that you find at this swap meet, guaranteed. From the frame to over here, we have a complete motorcycle, little bit of everything. I just, like I said, I just love coming to these things. There is just the abundance of good things here. I'm almost at a loss for words, which is hard to believe for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here now with Joe Tracy. He's the gentleman that is the one that puts all of his sweat into making this thing happen. It's a lot of work, isn't it, Joe?
It is a lot of work. You know, work on it for a couple months. Get all the vendors here. That's not easy, you know.
A lot of last-minute stuff, I'm sure.
A lot of last-minute stuff. We have people back out. People want spots at the last minute. Redo the floor plan. Makes for a long night the night before and a long day.
But it's a labor of love, though, and it's not just so that you can sell your own stuff, is it?
No, it isn't. And yes, it's a labor of love. If we did it for the money, we'd have quit years ago. And that's true.
And when you say we, you're talking about Kim, aren't you?
Yes, Kim and I. She's been doing it for about 15 years, and I've been doing it with her for 4.
Right. And originally, this was one of John Parham's swap meets, wasn't it?
It was. John had built up a good thing, so when Kim took over, all she had to do was keep it going like that and build it up a little bit more. She comes to make sure she keeps contact with all the regulars every year. They look forward to seeing her more than they look forward to seeing me, I know.
Well, I don't know about. There's some people that like you, Joe. Yes. And there's quite a few swap meets that John and Jill had actually started doing that they've subsequently sold off. Some of them have gone away, I believe, and some are on their way out, unfortunately. due to whatever reasons. But this one's been going strong, 32nd year now. I'm looking to see this go on until I can't hold a microphone anymore.
So, yeah, we do this one and the one in Cedar Rapids. And in the future, I would like to pick up a third one. I've got some ideas.
Really? Would you stay in the local, in the Midwest here?
Another one here would be a lot of the same vendors again, plus new vendors. Some within about 150, 200 miles.
Well, that's what you need to do. You need working for it and everything else. I appreciate you having me be here and letting us film your show.
Helps out. Gary does a lot of hard work. He does a lot of the advertising for us, promotes us every chance he gets, and it all helps out.
Well, I appreciate you letting me help out. I really do. Thanks, Joe. We're going to go find Kim, and she's probably up front. And you can see the pieces and parts. There's a gentleman selling something on this back. You see a lot of guys walking around with something they're trying to sell. It's a walking billboard. Here's somebody looking pretty intense on, I bet you he's got a project involved. Let's go talk to him for a quick second. How's it going?
What's up, man? How you been?
New project?
Ever going.
Okay, can you give me your name and what you're doing here?
Dan, looking for parts.
He's looking for parts. For a new project or just working on the old one?
The 3 bikes that I already have.
3 bikes, only 3 bikes. 4, yeah. So you could, like I've said, you could take stuff out of here and almost build a complete bike out of parts that you found here.
You got enough money, yeah.
Well, yeah, money's always the issue, but there is the parts here.
Oh yeah, there's always parts here. I always walk away with something,
and
whether I need it or not.
This is probably one of the better. This is like a real, like they'd say, this is a real parts meet, isn't it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. There's not the phony junk around here. This is all good junk.
And we don't have a lot of people selling crap, the new stuff that you see, and just enough. So.
You have to use your imagination for it.
There you go. That's what makes America great. Thanks, Dan. We're going to talk to Kim for a quick second. Kim, can you say hi to him for me?
Hi. Hi.
This is the young lady that's been putting this on event for 15 years. 15 years?
15 years, I think, something like that.
Yeah, that's what Joe says anyway. Yeah. So she's been doing this for 15 years. She doesn't even live, she used to live in Arizona. Now you live in like Seattle? Portland. She lives in Portland, flies in to do this show, and then she'll fly in again in a month to do the Cedar Rapids show. So this is obviously she does for more than just trying to make a couple dollars, because this is not something that they get retired. They have full-time jobs. So I got one more person we're going to go talk to. I'll meet you back over there in just a minute. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your time. And can you give us your name and where you're from?
Well, my name is Dave Keener. I live down south at Altona, Illinois, here it's near Galesburg, Illinois.
Oh, good. So it wasn't too bad of a trip for you.
No, it was a lovely day. A lot of times you come up here in the dead of winter and there's snow and all kinds of bad temperatures, and not so much fun waiting around outside. So.
Yeah, we had good weather today for that. Are you going to be at the Cedar Rapids show next month?
Probably not. No.
Yeah, it's a little bit further away. So what are you buying here today?
It's a more modern washable oil filter for Harley Davidsons.
Good. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Instead of throwing something away, you can reuse it. Wow, what a great idea. We don't waste our natural resources that way by throwing away stuff that's perfectly good.
That's true. It's an advantage that way, and it looks nice and kind of tricky on there. And one of my buddies, as we were riding up here, he said, "Well, what are you going to come in here and buy today? You got to add some bling to your motorcycle, I laughed. Bling.
Yeah, a little bling. So we'll let Ken finish up what he's got going here and get a few words from him. So lots of good stuff here, a little bit of everything. How you doing? And where are you out of?
Chicago. Tim.
How long have you been vending?
Well, it's actually my dad that's been doing it, but I've been doing it since I was born with him, so 20 years.
Your dad's been doing it for that long then?
Longer. probably since he was my age. He's in his 50s now.
Really? Well, he's in great concentration over there, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
So, and you guys live in Chicago proper?
Yeah,
North side?
yeah, in between the north and the south.
That's always a good spot to be in the middle. Yes, yes. All right. Well, thanks. I appreciate your time. Enjoy your goldfish. All right. Well, we're going to talk to Ken with K&P Engineering, and you sell all kinds of stuff. But first of all, give me your name and tell me how long you've been doing this.
My name is Ken Burden. I've been at this about 15 years now. I'm from Sterling, Illinois. I'm the Midwest distributor for K&P, a reusable oil filter. We think we've got a really good product, and it's American-made. And as you heard earlier, it's a green thing. You're not throwing an oil filter to the landfill every time you change oil. So
that's a good thing. And they are, I mean, this is going to add a little bit of something to your bike. Just dressing up areas. That's what I like about the motorcycling industry, is that you can personalize and customize and make something your own. You buy it, it's the same as your buddies, but in the end, it looks totally different. And this really is a good product that does two things. It gives you that custom look, and you're saving money, and you're not throwing stuff away that shouldn't be thrown away. I love this stuff. And you also do you have the other engraving available?
we do the engraving, and there's another way you can personalize or customize your motorcycle. You can put your wife's name on there. We do a lot of memorials. We do a lot of organizations, some of the bigger motorcycle organizations in the United States. I do covers for them. It's a pretty cool thing. Like I say, it's personalizing your own bike again. I have dealerships that put covers on all their bikes that say their dealership with where they're from. So it's just another way of advertising.
A lot cooler than those stick-on things that go on cars, isn't it? Well, thanks, Ken. I appreciate your time. Thanks for being out here today. Well, folks, I think we've about seen a little bit of everything. There is just, we could spend hours looking at all the stuff and talking to all the people here, but we all have stuff that we need to do, and I've got to go make some more announcements and give away some door prizes. My name is Pipes. I really appreciate the time that you spent with me here today at the 32nd Annual Motorcycle Swap Meet for the Harley enthusiast here at the QCCA Expo Center, Rock Island, Illinois. This is the real parts meet. Thank you and goodbye.